Hey everybody, it's Stats2002 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Bracket Beasts series. Today, we are building what I like to call the Dadmobile, the 1993 Nissan 240SX SE. My dad actually had a 94 or 95 version of this car. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this beast. And so for the conversions, you want the 6.2 liter V8, keep it rear wheel, and then aspiration twin turbos. Then for the engine, you want to max out everything except the oil and cooling as always. And then platform and handling. This is going to be a bit different because you're not going to put brakes on. Just to play it safe, do not put brakes on, because there are weight limits and all that. And then spring and dampers, rally spring and dampers as usual. Anti-roll bars are going to be the same, race for front and rear. You do want race weight reduction, but this time you also want a roll cage. Otherwise the car is going to be way too light for brackets. And then for the drivetrain, you obviously want the race clutch. Transmission, this time we are going to be using a race transmission, not the drift 4-speed. So yeah, the race 6-speed is what you want to use. Then obviously the race drive line, and then the off-road differential, as usual. And then for tires and rims, you still want to go with the drag tire compound, with skinny tires in front and big tires in back. Obviously, you still want the Dimag 9-spoke as the rim style. And then for the rim size, do not mess with it. And then track width, max in the rear and minimum in the front. And then aero appearance, do nothing to it. And yeah, that's it for the build. Let's get into the tune. So for the front tire pressure, you want 55 and then 15 psi in the back. For gearing, final drive is 2.20, first gear is 3.9, second gear is 2.9, third gear is 2, fourth gear is 1.7, and then fifth and sixth gear are both going to be 1.48 because you're only going to be using 5 gears. So the sixth gear doesn't matter. And then alignment, camber, front is 5 degrees positive and 0 in the rear. Toe is zeroed out as well, and front caster is at 7 degrees. Anti-roll bars are both at 65. Springs are minimum in the front, so all the way to soft and all the way to stiff in the back. Then ride height is maxed out. Damping is 127. Aero and brakes obviously don't matter, and then differential is 100 and 100. Now it's time for you to learn how to launch this thing and test out the car. So here we are at the quarter mile, and for this launch you want to have it at max RPM. Just rev it up all the way. Instead of regular launch control, rev it up all the way. And then once the race starts, let go of the brake and the clutch, and then shift as normal. Had a bit of a late shift there in second, but overall you see it. Really fast launch. Try this car out. It is going to kill in brackets, despite its low top end. This thing can actually get upwards of 167 if you get the launch exactly right. That probably wasn't a perfect launch by me, but if you get a perfect launch and shift perfectly, you will dominate. This is one of the best cars in the game for doing bracket races, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.